one of the first type of problems that we've been asked to work with is calculating the wavelength of a form of light emitted if the frequency of the radiation is 5.10 times 10 to the 14th hertz. So we're looking at a relationship between wavelength and frequency, which we know wavelength times the frequency is equal to the speed of light of the wave. Now, as you remember, the speed of light is a constant and it will never change. It is 3.00 times 10 to the 8th meters per second. So knowing that constant and knowing that I am given the frequency of the radiation, I can solve for the wavelength. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and isolate wavelength. Now to do that, we're going to get rid of frequency on this side of the equation. And since we divide by frequency on one side, we must do so on the other. And our formula ends up becoming wavelength is equal to the speed of light divided by the frequency of that wave. So now we can pretty much plug in our known variables here. Speed of light is 3.00 times 10 to the 8th meters per second. And I'm going to divide that value by the frequency of the wave that was given to us, which is 5.10 times 10 to the 14th hertz. Now if you take a look at the units, hertz here I'm going to rewrite to read as 1 over s, because remembering hertz and 1 over s mean the same thing. And I am just going to erase my little hertz, write it over as 1 over s so I can clearly see how units cancel. To cancel the units, I'm going to get rid of units on the bottom half of the fraction by multiplying by its reciprocal. The s's cross off, and if I do that to the bottom half of the fraction, I need to do the same to the top. And we're left with a unit of meters, which represents wavelength. So we're good to go. I'm going to continue on by wavelength equals 3.00 divided by 5.10. If we look at our calculator here, we're going to get 0.58823. And times 10 to what power? Well, now we're going to work with the exponents. And remember, when you are dividing numbers that are in scientific notation, we need to subtract these exponents. So we're going to do 8 minus 14, which gives us a value of -6. Now, looking at significant figures, I should keep 3 sig figs. And I'm going to put this in proper scientific notation, which will give me times 10 to the -7th, and my unit is meters.